This is step 4, and we're going to add in our hexagon around this. So we go to the draw to polygon. We choose 6 sides at the command line. We come down and we pick the center of this, and now we tell it to circumscribe about the circle, so C and enter. And now we drag out here and we snap to here, and we now have our hexagon drawn with our circle. You can see how it highlights here. Now the next part we have to do is we have to add a visibility state so we control whether the circle or the hexagon shows. And I'm not going to do the square box. You can do that on your own. Okay, parameters, visibility. I'll move it down here near the flip or over in this general vicinity off to the side. So there it is, and now we come up here and we look at our block editor parameters. I have to pick that to make it come up because I did the draw from home. We have different visibility states. We have this button which toggles back and forth. This makes something visible when you select it, and then select it, it'll be made visible for that state. And this is the opposite, make invisible. So we're going to do visibility states. This pops up first, and we're going to rename the first one, and we're going to call it circle. Alright, and then we do new, and the new one is going to be called hex. Okay, so let's hope we don't put a hex on this whole thing. Now the key down here really makes this easier is leave visibility of existing objects unchanged and new state. For this it's good, for others it might not be. You'll just have to figure it out if you do any of these in the future. So I pick OK and do OK again, and now what do we have showing up here? We have a current visibility state of hexagon is what's current, and everything else here is showing current. But for this hex visibility state, we don't want to see the circle. So we simply go up here to where it says make invisible. We pick that, and now we come down here and we very cautiously pick the circle. And now the circle has totally disappeared and we don't see it. Now there are times that you're going to want to see what's visible and what isn't invisible. So you have this visibility mode here which toggles it back and forth. When I pick on that, you'll see the circle is now lighter in color than what the hex is. Okay, so now let's change our visibility state to the circle. So we pick circle, and now you'll see circle was bold and so is the hex. We don't want the hex to show when we're in the visibility state of circle, so we do what we just did a minute ago. We go up to make invisible. We pick on that, and we now pick the hex because we want the hex to be invisible when the circle's visibility state. You'll see that has now grayed out lighter, and if I toggle the mode, it totally turns it off, so that shows you exactly what it will look like. So now we close the block editor, save the changes, we select it and we delete it just because I'm paranoid. 2 enters, here we go. We now see circle here, and now we do the situation of a visibility state. We go hex, and there's hex. Now we test a few things. Does this rotate? Yes. Now that lines up so that that's not beyond there like we want, etc. That's not good, but we don't want it to line up there. So we've got all that working. So now what happens when we flip it? This doesn't go, and that's fine. We don't need it to go. You could make it flip. That's your option. I won't count it wrong either way. Everything else is still working. That goes up and down, and this moves back and forth like such. So basically we've created a dynamic block just like the assignment calls for you to do. We just don't have the square in there. That's the third part of the parameter, but you can figure out how to draw a square surely. And that's about it. And good luck, and we'll grade it when we get it.